how about this? Do you love to cook, but you know what? You're maybe not a trained chef. No worries, okay? Because our next guest says that you can still take your recipe to the masses. That's what she did. This lady right here. She is home cook Suzanne Clark joining us this morning. I'm going to get on this side of you. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
Who knew this, that she is the world food pasta champion? And I didn't even know there was one. But here's what's really neat is that you're not a chef. You're not a trained chef.
No.
You just like to cook and you cook at home.
I'm a mother of 5.
Wow. So you have to do a lot of cooking.
So I've done a lot of the cooking. That's what's given me a lot of experience.
Wow.
Also, you know, being a home cook and doing competitive cooking, you know, I have to, you know, constantly watch shows, do research, and practice over and over to really get good. You know, this has become a sport. It's not just everyday cooking.
Yeah, and you've won a lot of
I have.
So much so that you are considered, we'll just call you the most decorated, non-professional woman
At the World
in
Food
the
Championships.
world.
Out of 8 countries.
Go, girl! Awesome. Okay, what are you going to show us how to make this morning?
Well, I'm going to start off by showing one of the dishes I made the very first year in the World Food Championships.
Okay.
This was 3 years ago when it first began.
Okay.
So, of course, I love to go to competitions and put a little Southwestern twist since I am from the Southwest. So we are doing a little savory Southwestern style ravioli. And I'm going to make it real easy for you to do here today.
Okay.
But you know, when you're doing competition cooking, it's not necessarily about, you know, how fancy and elaborate. It's about using good, solid ingredients.
And how good it tastes, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So here we have some butter and some shallots, not green onions, shallots, and they're purple like this.
Yeah, they just have a different flavor than a regular
They do,
onion.
and they really just elevate and add a lot of flavor.
Okay.
Now, Tier, I'm going to let you do this right here.
Okay.
Go ahead, and I want you to add a cup of pumpkin.
A cup of pumpkin.
And you know,
is this a cup in here?
Yes, it is. All this is measured out for you.
Thank you.
You know, and so many people think pumpkin is just for, you know, Halloween and Thanksgiving. No, it's actually a very nutritious vegetable and great in Southwestern cooking.
Okay, what else?
Now we're going to add a tub of whipped cream cheese, and you do need to use the whipped cream cheese.
Okay. I only have about 2 minutes left.
Okay, and then we are going to put in some soft goat cheese, and then I have all the spices, the Southwestern spices, laid out. So you can just go ahead and pour those in there.
So what do we have here?
We have smoked paprika, we have ancho chili powder, a little bit of cinnamon, and some salt.
Okay, all of it goes in?
Everything in the boat
right,
there.
there you go.
Okay, and then after we get all that mixed up, it's going to look like this.
Okay, good, so I don't have to mix it up.
No, we just have to get it all in.
And look, voila.
Isn't that great?
Oh,
Now,
this looks good.
instead of rolling out homemade pasta, which I would do for competition, but for everyday cooking, I would absolutely use these wonton wrappers. They're nice and thin. They're already made for me. Push
Time
the
saver,
push the easy button.
Okay.
So all I'm doing is I'm taking and I'm wetting the edges just with plain water, nothing fancy, and I'm going to put a little dollop, about a tablespoon. Don't put or a teaspoon, or don't put too much because we don't want it to leak.
And it oozes out to the sides.
Yeah, and then we have a mess.
Yeah.
Now this is the fancy part. That's what makes it competition ready. I'm just going to put a little flat leaf parsley right on the top. And the reason I'm doing that is when I cook that, you're going to be able to see through, and it's going to be oh so fancy.
Oh, look at
So
that.
now I'm just going to cover it with one more wonton wrapper.
Okay.
And then, you know, to make it look nice and professional, I'm just going to take my cookie cutter and I'm going to cut it out. Okay.
Got it.
Once I have those cut out, I'm going to come on down here, and this is what they look like when we're finished. We have them all cut.
Okay.
My little secret to cooking these is to use a shallow pan, not a big pan. With a deep pan, because what happens is when you have the deep pan, they all roll around.
Right.
This
They
way.
have a better chance of breaking apart at that point, maybe? Okay.
And you know, my water's kind of evaporated since we started the show. But this is what we're going to do. They should be covered in water.
Okay.
Now we have to make our ginger snap crumble. I'm using European butter. Now it has a little higher butter count. You can find that at any grocery store.
Okay.
Before I do that, though, I'm going to take some little sage leaves. I'm going to lightly fry those. When they're done, I would remove those. And then I'm just going to put my ginger snaps that I crushed with a rolling pin in a plastic baggie.
Crushed ginger snaps, and what kind of nuts are those?
Those are just pecan chips.
Okay.
And then when I finish, I have a lovely flavorful sauce, and I'm just going to drizzle that on top of my pasta, and we have an award-winning dish.
Are these edible? Or are they just TV pasta?
They are a little cold at this point, but you could try them.
Oh, you know I'm going to. All right, Suzanne, what are you going to make for us in the next segment?
Well, the next one, I am going to show you my absolutely delicious coconut lemongrass sake sauce that brought me to the final table at the World Food Championships.
And that's why she's the food champion of the world, Susan, of the world.
Hey, not many people have trophies in their car that they can show off their good stuff. Well, thank you so much for that.
And get out your pen and your piece of paper, because she's got a great recipe for you. She is the world food pasta champion. Suzanne Clark joining us here this morning in our kitchen. But what's awesome is that she's a home cook.
Yes.
This is just what you do.
Yes, I do.
What your passion is. I love that.
Absolutely love doing this. I'm also an artist, so this to me is just another way of being creative.
Another way to express yourself.
Yeah.
I love it. What are you going to make for us in this segment?
Well, I'm going to show you today how to make the dish that brought me, to win the World Food Championships in the pasta division. I do have the complete instructions on your website.
Thank you for
that. But today, I'm going to kind of abbreviate it so anybody can make it.
Oh, good. Okay,
So,
because the one you did is a little too labor-intensive, perhaps.
I'm going to say
like
it's a
to be
special.
easy.
Yeah, it's a special occasion.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is the flavors, and that's what brought me there. The sauce is magnificent, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on today.
Let's do it.
So the first thing is I have nothing against chicken and mashed potatoes, but sometimes it's fun to go out and explore and go to your neighborhood Chinese market. And that's what I did for this competition. Doing competitions really...
Ooh, what is that?
This right here is green curry, and I have some shallots right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to add some lemongrass. Now, you can buy this in grocery stores as well, but it is much less expensive if you buy it at Oriental store, but they do sell it in the tubes.
Oh, okay.
So, I went there and I just kind of took a little journey, and I came up all these different ingredients.
Wow.
Probably my most favorite one here was the Thai ginger, not Chinese ginger. It smells really pretty. It smells very floral.
Ooh.
It's not as sharp, okay? Now, normally ginger, it does kind of look like an apple.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like in the market, like there, just like a root.
Oh, so you cut it up, but this is what it looks like when you buy it?
And this is the thing. What's really cool about this is regular ginger, we would normally have to, grate it and peel it. This, I just dice it, throw it in, no problem.
Didn't I call these goat feet one time?
They do kind of look like goat feet.
All right.
So now what I'm going to do, and if I had more time, I would kind of cook this down.
Of course.
I have a little butter in the pan, and I'm going to add some coconut lemongrass sake. And this is another fun little thing I found in my little adventures.
Does that have alcohol in it?
Yes, it's sake. It is sake. It just is a draft sake with lemongrass and ginger.
So they don't have a non-alcoholic sake?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
But you know what? You're going to cook this for so long.
It's going to go away? Okay.
And let's say you could not find this lemongrass sake. No worries. Just use regular sake, and you're good.
Okay.
Now, next, I'm going to add some lobster stock. Now, again... I don't expect you to go and make your own lobster stock. You can buy it easily. You can also get seafood stock at any grocery store, and this would work just as nice. Or even clam juice would work.
Or check it out. They have that. The lobster base. That's cool.
And I just add that with water. So, but it is easier to find than you think it is if you've never tried looking for it. It's really not that bad.
That's what it looks like. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
And so next I'm going to add, and I love this too. It smells, doesn't it smell?
What is it?
It's a kaffir lime leaf. Kind of has that lemon pledge smell, but I absolutely love it. This is a very fragrant dish that is really, has a heat in it, but it's also going to have.
So when it's all
done
up and everything's going to look like that.
Yes, and we're going to strain it, and then we're going to add what makes it totally decadent, which is coconut cream. And I'm just going to put my coconut cream into the pan. And I'm going to go ahead and cook that down for a while, and then I'm also going to add some heavy cream.
Holy moly.
Now, this
is the easy version?
This is the easy version. But now, guess what? We're done. This is it.
Okay. Okay, good.
Well, except for we are going to just top it with a little butter-seared seafood, and you can use any of your favorite pastas that you want. Linguine, spaghetti, whatever you would like to do.
Oh my gosh.
It's all about the sauce.
This is decadent.
It is very decadent.
Very decadent. And it has a good, healthy twist to it. And you did provide us the recipes.
Yes,
we appreciate
I sure
that.
did.
Well,
yes.
Suzanne, you are truly a champion, especially here in our kitchen. And thank you so much for sharing the recipes with us, and congratulations to you.
Thank you so
And
much.
can't wait to see what else she does. Who knows, Susan? I never know. You know, she's going to be on the cover of, you know,
I know.
World Cooking Magazine or something.
She is just getting started. She's a powerhouse.
I know.
Dynamo, we love it. Well,